on Zoom. We're on Instagram Live. You guys know the deal. If you want to go to Instagram and support, share a comment, whatever it may be. I'm sorry we're starting late, but we're going to go ahead and knock this out the park. And this is actually a topic that I'm more well-versed in. You know, last week we did the spiritual side of money and we made the announcement for this 9-week session, but I'm more of a technical trainer. I'm more of the nitty gritty, the facts, the numbers, the things that I've studied a lot. And so I'm just really, really excited. I hope you guys can hear me well on IG Live. I see you, Mr. Guaman, my number one mentor, the big reason why I'm still doing what I'm doing today. Without you, I wouldn't be here. So let's go into this. You know, I'm starting a 9-week series called Building Your Empire. Really developing and creating something that you can create and give to your families for generations to come. And this is a training that's going to relate to everyone. It doesn't matter if you're in insurance, if you're in real estate, if you have a traditional brick and mortar business, if you have a network marketing business. These are concepts that you can take, that you can really highlight or pick out and go out and make it happen. And so today, I really want to talk about the idea of why network marketing, why this industry that so many people have a distaste for, why this industry that there's so much misinformation about, why is it better? You know, I've done a couple of trainings on money and the difference between corporate America and network marketing, and why you have a better chance of winning in this industry than in corporate America. And so many people are against that information. But if you would like to have that training, shoot me a message on Telegram, shoot me a message on Facebook or my cell phone or on Instagram. I would love to send those 2 trainings for you so you can really see my perspective or even challenge the way that I think. I'd love to have that dialogue and that conversation. But network marketing is the ultimate business model, both for leverage and for time. It doesn't matter if you're someone who lacks time right now or if you're someone that lacks money right now. This industry is the only industry, it's the only business model that gives you leverage of both. Whether you have it or not, you have the leverage of it, right? So imagine yourself, you're someone, I'm getting messages on Telegram right now. I love it. I appreciate y'all, right? Imagine having complete freedom. Imagine working for no one. Imagine earning income from the efforts of others, right? Not just you going to work, clocking in and getting your paid $15 an hour or $12 an hour or $35 an hour, but being paid off the hours that other people are putting in. Imagine having no ceiling on your income. There's no $40,000 to $90,000 gap. You don't come in at 40 and end 40 years later at 90. Right? Being able to earn while making a difference, being able to travel. That was one of my biggest things, being able to focus on ministry and being able to have my business pay for it. That's network marketing. Those concepts, those ideas, that what you imagine, those are the things that are possible. And those are the things that have been done. Guys, so over the next 9 weeks, I'm going to talk a lot about this industry, and I'm going to be going over this book right here. This is probably the 5th or 6th, if not 7th or 8th time I've read or listened to this book. Every single week, I listen to the chapter, I read the chapter while taking notes, then I go through the chapter again and actually go over things that I think are going to be important. A lot of these conversations are going to be more fundamental, more basic, right? If you're advanced or you've been in the industry as long as that I have, go through this book with me, right? Go to Amazon or go to briancrothers.com, whatever the website is, Google it, get this book. It's like $20. For $20, I can almost guarantee you there is $1 million worth of information, right? Brian has made 8 figures in this industry. He hasn't just made $1 million. He's made 50, 60, $7 million over the past 2 to 3 decades, right? And a $20 book is going to show you exactly how you've done that. Now, I bought this book and I haven't made 7 or 8, but I've made 6 and I currently make 6. And I haven't worked since May of 2017. So I may not have the same results that he does, but I have results that a lot of people wish they had. I have results that take people years to get. You know, I got into investing in early 2016, found the company that I'm partnered with called I Am Mastery Academy in November of 2016, and walked away from working in May of 2017. So in 18 months or so, because of this industry, because of this information, I was able to put myself in a position to do this full time. I don't Uber, I don't Grubhub, I'm not doing those side hustles. Full time, 5 figures a month for 3.5 years. because of information like this. And so before we even move forward, guys, I really want to just state this. This training, oh, is the fan on? It's probably because my computer here. I hope you guys are coming through my ears. If not, we'll have to change this up next week. Is the sound missing? Let's see this really quick. What if I go ahead and do this? Is this better for y'all? Hopefully it's better. Let me know if it's better. If not, we shall see. So on the Zoom, I'm kind of like staring into here and I'm looking back over here. We'll go ahead and keep going with it. We'll see if it gets better over time. If not, we'll go ahead and change this up next week. Or I'll do this training again if you guys are lucky. No matter what you guys hear today, right? This is the fact. This is what you have to highlight and get your notes out, because your brain only remembers 7% of what you hear, right? Your brain is only going to remember 5 to 7% of what you hear. And so if you don't write things down, you're not going to remember it. And then you're not going to be able to reflect, look back, highlight, and find 2 to 3 things that you actually want to pursue, right? 2 to 3 things that you actually need to do. So the most important thing here is not only just the taking the notes, but it's the massive action after this. If you don't go out and go do something, this does not work. And I'm not just talking about network marketing. I'm talking about your life doesn't work. If you don't go out and practice, you're an athlete, you're not going to get played, because when you're not practicing, someone else is. If you're a student, if you don't go out and study, you're not going to get good grades, you're not going to pass, you're not going to get a job. If you don't go above and beyond at the workplace, you're working in corporate America where most of the time you're getting your toes and neck stepped on, you're not going to level up. If you're in a marriage and you're not going to seek your partner and become better as a significant other, your relationship's going to fail as well. So no matter what happens, you always have to take massive action. That's number one. You always need to take massive action. And I think before we even move forward, a lot of people, you have to understand, where are you right now in the cash flow quadrant? Are you an employee? Are you self-employed? Are you a business owner? Are you an investor? You're in one of these quadrants. No matter who you are, what you do, where you're at in the world, you're either on the left side of the quadrant where you invest time to have money. So you're an employee or you're self-employed. Maybe you work as a receptionist or Home Depot or Walmart, or you have your own business, or you're a lawyer or a masseuse or a barber. You're self-employed, right? You invest time to make money. You're limited on how much time you can give. The only way to make more money is to invest more time. This is why such a small percentage of people are able to successfully retire at the age of 65. This is why such a small percent of people this is why such a small percent of people actually have enough money to do anything. I think it's like 70% of Americans have less than $1,000 in their bank account. 4 tires cost more than $1,000, I think. I don't even know. I just know, right? If something happens, $1,000 is not enough. I get nervous, right? If I have less than 5 figures liquid, it makes me nervous, because what if something happens? What if something goes wrong? So if you're on that side of the quadrant, there's nothing wrong with that. Don't get it twisted. You're not less worthy. You're not a failure. There's people that love your job. You're the one that gets to define who you are as a successful individual, right? You can be the best janitor in the world. You're successful. That's awesome. I think the problem lies in only having that style of income, only having one stream of income. If you're on the left side and you're not seeking the right side of the quadrant, you're putting yourself in a very difficult situation. I heard this quote: every bill you pay is someone else's passive income. You're paying for Netflix, you're paying for your car, you're paying for your lights, you're paying for your every bill you pay is someone's passive income, but you only have one source of income paying for your 15 to 20 bills. That doesn't make any sense. Now, the business owner is the person that uses a system. They leverage a system to make money. A system stands for save yourself time, energy, and money. System, save yourself time, energy, and money. And so if you have a system that works for you, or a group of people that work for you, you're able to multiply the amount of time that's being put in every single day and increase the amount of income that you have. Business ownership is one of my favorite quadrants to teach, because to me, it makes the most sense. I grew up with a traditional system background, a traditional business background. So to me, if I create something, right, where the employees know exactly what to do, they're winning, they're getting paid, they're happy, they're plugging in, they're making the work happen, and I own the bit. Guys, think one of the best ones, right? I owned 10% of a company. and we had 1,500 clients. The base package was $99 a month. We had people paying up to $2,000 a month. I did not lift a single finger. I just owned equity. I just owned equity. We hired employees to do the work for us. So what does that mean? 1,500 employees at 1,500 customers at $99 a month, times that by 0.10, I was collecting a check because I owned part of the business. And we made a system that made the business thrive. We ended up selling it last year. But beyond the point, right? Business ownership is powerful. Then you have the investor. These are people that leverage money to make more money, whether it's in the stock market, right? It's in the cryptocurrency market. It's in the foreign exchange market. It doesn't matter. They use money to make money. Your bank uses your money. Yeah, you know, Tim, I save a lot of money. I save $500 a month. You're losing money. You're losing money. The 401k is the biggest scam that you've ever invested. I'm not even going to talk about bank savings accounts. Those are even worse. But I'm investing $1,000 a month into my 401k, and when I'm 65, I'll have $1 million to retire. You're an idiot. The average 401k gives you 0.5%. 0.5%. It's not 3.5. You have taxes. You have inflation. Yeah, let me go put my 10 grand in the Chase Bank. I'll go invest into a CD for 14 months and get 1.49% APY while they collected freaking 300% that year on your money. You're goofy. I'm just getting a little aggressive. I apologize. I told y'all I'm going public. I have my team on the Zoom. I have y'all on Instagram. So I'm talking to y'all as if I'm talking to them, right? So I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The spiritual training last week was sugarcoated because that's not my specialty. This is my specialty. So if I get a little loud, I get a little aggressive, just get used to it or get off. One of the two. It doesn't matter, right? So investing, right? Where are you in that quadrant? Where are you in that quadrant, and where do you need to be in that quadrant to live the lifestyle that you currently desire? Right? Because if what you're doing now, ask yourself, if what you are doing now, you became the best in the world at, would you be able to live the lifestyle that you desire? If not, you need to find something else. That doesn't mean you have to quit what you enjoy. That doesn't mean you have to quit what you enjoy, but you may need to find something else. I work with a lot of professional athletes, right? Some professional athletes do not make as much as you think they do. So what do they have to do? They have to go clock in somewhere else, or they have to find a way to make their money work for them, or they have to find a way to leverage a system to make the system work for them, right? That's it. See, what employment does is it makes you think that you're investing for your future because they tell you that you're investing. But all that it's doing is that they're investing your money. They're the ones making money off it, not you. So why did I join this industry? Let me tell you guys my story. And I love telling this story because a lot of people think I was crazy. Some people still think I'm crazy, right? I did well. My family did well. I grew up around concepts and people that were teaching me about money, how to respect money, how to attract money, not repel it. You know, I went to school for finance. I got my master's degree. I graduated top of my class. I got to play college soccer. I got to travel around the world. I got to do things I was passionate about. Right out of college, I got to work for my family's accounting firm. From the age of 14 to 21, I was working there. I got to see how the office worked. I was putting myself in a position, right, to be in control of that, to make millions of dollars. And I remember my business partner now, Mike Navarrete, look him up on Instagram at Mike Navarrete, him asking me, why are you doing this? You have a golden brick road. You have something that most people would dream of. And I said, I appreciate and I'm grateful for that, but I'm not fulfilled. I'm not happy. I'm helping nobody. I'm doing people's taxes. I'm working in departments where I'm auditing things, and every person in this room hates me because I'm auditing their money, right? I'm not happy. And I found something that would give me the opportunity not only to match the income that I was making, but give me the time to actually go do the things that I want to do. And that was why I fell in love with this industry. And then I began to think this, well, if I'm able to put food on my family's plate, what if I helped 1,000 other people do that? And this was my idea in the beginning of 2017, right? This was my idea in the beginning of 2017. Now, coming towards the end of 2020, I have over 1,400 students, 1,400 people in my business in over 21 different countries. Now, every country, some has a couple, 6 or 7, mainly Latin America, and we got tons in Europe and Australia and different stuff like that as well. But 21 countries, over 1,400 people. And in 2017, I told myself I want to help 1,000 people do the same exact thing. Right now, I can't tell you what people are making because compliance will come after me, right? And I'll be getting an email, I'll be getting a little warning, getting in trouble here. But beyond the point, whether it's $100 a month or it's a $10,000 a month or $100,000 a month, it doesn't matter, right? People are attracted to that vision that I had in 2017, and it's come to fruition now. And that's why I'm just so happy and grateful. Brian in this book gives a really, really, really good example of why he got started in this industry. And just to give you guys a quick understanding of how long these will go, my goal is to keep these under 1 hour. Typically, I train really long. My team knows I train really long, an hour, hour and a half, but I really want to keep these short. I know a lot of people are going to go back and watch this later. We had thousands of people watch the other one. I'm just really, really grateful. And so Brian, right, Mr. Brian Crothers, someone that I've had the opportunity to be privately mentored by, someone that my current mentor is being privately mentored by, someone that I just have a lot of respect for, says this. He says, why I chose network marketing as my vehicle to achieve wealth and time freedom. He says, I was programmed my entire life that MLM was illegal and that people called them pyramid schemes. So when I was introduced to them over the years, I shut them down and actually lambasted them for bothering me with such nonsense. What is a pyramid? I grew up in real estate my entire life. My father built one of the largest real estate brokerage companies on the East Coast in the 1970s before selling it to Merrill Lynch. When my brother and I graduated from college, we both joined him in building a new real estate company. I went into sales, into opening a few offices, while my older brother went into management of the company. In sales, I was able to create a 6-figure income. I worked 60 plus hours a week in such pursuit. My brother worked hard too, but not in the same fashion. He focused on opening offices and recruiting other agents to sell houses for him. My brother never listed and sold a single house in his career, yet he out-earned me 10 to 1. He made millions because he earned a cut of every commission from all the houses in his 1,000+ agents sold. He worked smarter while I was working harder. I guess he was at the top of the pyramid. So is that legal? Should he be allowed to earn more than any of the other agents who work so hard selling homes? I imagine everyone will agree that being a real estate broker is totally legal. Those who are smart, this is key, those who are smart, willing to take the financial risk of overhead, and up for the challenge of recruiting good agents are the ones who get to live a life benefiting from leveraged income. So why is network marketing any different? And I remember hearing that in 2017 and saying, it's not any different. It's not any different than insurance. It's not any different than real estate. Real estate all follow these business models now. It's not any different than Amazon. It's not any different than any other business right now. Any social media influencer you see putting their little Bang Energy code on their bio, right? It's not any different. So why should you open up your own business? Right? Why should you open up your own business? Why should you have your own online business? And I have tax trainings. Guys, I have so many trainings. I can't wait just to give all my trainings I have on YouTube and do them on Instagram Live, because I feel like there's just so much information out there, and information changes situations. I really believe that. And information is such a powerful word. It's actually 3 words. Really, study words, right? Study words, study spelling. What you spell out it's a spell. Whether it's positive or negative, what you say will affect your life in the physical reality. And so information is really 3 things. Information, what you put in forms your thoughts, therefore it forms your actions, which is ation, the action word, right? And so information is key. And so many people over the past 8 months, since February, March, since COVID hit the United States, not COVID being a reason why to do this, but people have realized that one source of income isn't enough, right? One source of income isn't enough. Not only that, the average network marketers, the average at-home business, whether it's network marketing or just something 1099, is saving anywhere between $4,000 to $7,000 a year in taxes. Why else should you start one? Maybe you want part-time income. Why else should you start one? Maybe you find something that you love. Guys, if you look behind me, or I'm not going to show you all the products, right? I'm a customer of so many different companies. The water I'm drinking right now is from a different company. My pre-workout is from a different company. The essential oils are from a different company. What else I got back there? I think that's it. I got CBD back there. I have coffee back there. I'm a customer of so many different companies because the products are phenomenal. Now, do I want to sell CBD, coffee, and water the rest of my life? Hell no, right? It ain't for me. It could be for you. It could be for you. That's awesome, right? But at the end of the day, the products are the best products. So find something that you love. If you're already going to tell someone to go watch a movie, go shop at a certain clothing line, go eat at a certain restaurant, go buy a certain phone, go vote for a specific president, why aren't you being paid for it? You're already doing it anyways. You're some of the best network marketers in the world. Some of you who are sharing this story, right? Sharing this Instagram live on your stories or to your friends, you're not even in the business. They're going to message me, join the business. You're not going to even get a cut for it. It's crazy. It's crazy. Network marketing works because it's simple. It's simple, right? The company wins by getting its product or service to the marketplace. The consumer wins because they get access to that service or product. The network marketer wins because the company pays significant income to them. But the key thing is why it works is because it's the pride of business ownership. Network marketing is the gateway to entrepreneurship. Some of the most successful people in the world, right? Whether it at one point in time, Donald Trump, now people don't like him, right? Or Warren Buffett, or any person, right? Bill Gates, I don't like Bill Gates, but all of them, they said if they were to ever lose their wealth, they would start with a network marketing company. And it's so funny to me. Why do you think they own them? Why do you think they own them? That's the thing right there, right? So, guys, what do I look for? What do I look for in people that I want to mentor or that I want to coach or that I think are really cut out for this industry? There's really three things. Number one, you really have to have a burning desire for something. It has to be something. It's a strong why. Maybe it's opening up a non-for-profit, or it's helping family members, or paying medical bills. You have to be driven by something that makes you really want to accomplish your goals. Number two, you have to be coachable. And I really feel like these are important for for anywhere, right? You have to be coachable. You have to be willing to listen and follow guidance with focus. I remember when I joined this industry, my mentor, I mentioned his name earlier, Mr. John Guaman. Mike and I were laughing yesterday that he's a millionaire now, which is so funny from when we first met him, right? He's 23 years old. He's 3 years younger than me, and he makes 10 times the income that I do. Right? I'm a chairman 10 in my company. He's a chairman 100. Add a couple zeros to those, and that's how much we make. You put the numbers there, right? And I remember when I lost my business, and what was it, the end of 2017, I was like, damn, like what do I do? I almost quit. And he gave me books to read. He gave me audios to read. The two books were, write these down, Outwitting the Devil and How to Win Friends and Influence People. And it was because I was willing to be coachable. It was because I was willing to listen to someone who was younger than me. And here's the thing, age doesn't define someone's wisdom or how good they are at what they do, right? Wisdom doesn't know age. It was because he had the results that I wanted, and I was willing to listen to someone who was going to help me get there, right? And the number three is the willingness to work. The willingness to work even when you don't want, even when you don't feel like it, even when you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, or your girlfriend breaks up with you, or you fail a test, whatever your situation is the willingness to do that work, right? It's like I said at the beginning of this call. It doesn't matter what the information is. You have to go out there and go take massive action, regardless. That's the most important thing, right? So every successful person that I personally work with has all three of these things, right? All three of these things. And I think it's really important to understand that success, and like I said, you can define your success if you want, but it's not found in convenience. Success isn't something that's easy. I'll use the janitor example, right? You want to be the best janitor in the Midwest. Do you think you're going to become the best janitor being lazy? No. Being the best, finding success, succeeding, getting those desires, those things that you want, comes through inconvenience. Nothing worthwhile is ever going to be easy, right? And you have to pay the price. And this is one of my favorite quotes. He says, you either will pay the price of hard work that begets success, or you will refuse to make the sacrifice and pay the price of failure. Either way, a price will be paid. It's the best to pay the price up front temporarily. It's like that quote, right? If you guys have heard it, right? Being poor is hard and being rich is hard. Pick your hard. Being fat is hard and being skinny is hard. Pick your hard, right? You have to make a decision. Am I going to put the work in now up front, or am I going to wait and then never get what I want? So speaking of success, let's talk money. I think this is really important because why do most people do this? They want more money. Like that's an obvious, right? I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now if it didn't create income, because I wouldn't be able to pay rent. I wouldn't be able to pay for my car. I wouldn't be able to pay for this Costa Rica and Mexico trip. I wouldn't be able to pay for things I want to pay for. You need money in order to survive, right? Money is not the most important thing in the world, but it's up there with oxygen. It's pretty important. Most people are controlled by it. And I think that's where the biggest issue comes into play, and why so many people are scared of success, why so many people are scared of this industry, is most people are controlled by money. So instead of controlling it for themselves, right? No, so they're controlled by it instead of controlling it by themselves. And if that's something that you struggle with, like if you think that the money is the root of all evil, or if you think that people that are rich are evil, like all these people, oh, we got to tax the rich. Shut up. Shut up. You are just poor minded. That is it. Like you have your own problems that you need to deal with, right? Go back to last week's Instagram live and go learn about the spiritual side of money, right? Because I can talk about the physical side all day. I can talk about what money can do for you. I can talk about how money can benefit others. I can talk about ways to keep money. I can talk about money all day. I love it because I understand what it can do for me. I understand what it can do for other people, and I understand what it can do for when I'm dead and gone, right? So you have to ask yourself these 5 questions. These are very, very, very important questions. Why do you want money, right? Why do you want money? Why do you need more money? Why do you need more money? What is your relationship with money? Do you attract money or repel money? And what is the best way to get more money? And I ask this because most people fail because they're scared of having more money, right? We're programmed to repel or hate it. We're literally programmed and think it's okay to pay 30% of what we make to some random people that waste the money on stupid shit in the first place. Because you don't respect it, you're willing to give so much of it up. You're willing to get so much of it up. It's so crazy to me. Like, think about this. If you're at what's 25% of 12 months, like 3 months, right? 2.5 to 3 months. If you're in a 25% tax bracket, that means the first 3 months of every year you work for free. And the average 40-year workload, right? If you work for 40 years of your life, you work 10 of those years for free. You've been so programmed to hate money, you give up so much of it. You hate money so much, you work for free. Sheesh, I'm so lucky I didn't record my tax training because I would have been in trouble. I would have been in trouble, but some people would have been like, damn, we got to figure out how to make Tim pay taxes because I ain't paying that. Not hiding from it. I just know what to do with money. Dang. See, here's the thing, right? My family and my parents, they taught me about money. So I learned how to attract it. I learned how it can benefit others. That's super important. Listen, I actually have a reading in here. This is super important to me. I hate reading when I'm doing my own trainings, but I feel like it's really important that people hear this. You know what? I lied. I'm not going to read it. You guys go buy this book. I don't get a referral code. I'm really upset, right? Building an Empire by Brian Crothers. Building an Empire by Brian Crothers. Write down the pages 19 to 21. I promise you, those pages right there are going to help you understand why those questions I asked you are extremely important, right? And why your relationship with money is extremely important. So why residual income? Because like that's the biggest thing that people hear all the time. Like, okay, well, if you open up your own business, you can create passive and residual income or leveraged income, right? Why is this so important? I would rather make $100,000 a year, and this is a bold statement, in residual income than make $250,000 a year as an employee. I would rather make less money in residual income than more money being an employee. And here's the exact reason why. Money you have to keep chasing to earn will stop when you stop. When you die, the money is gone. When you clock out, the money is gone. If you quit their job, the money is gone. So money that you always have to chase is money that you will always have to continue running after, right? Think about Elvis or Michael Jackson or any other musician or author or anyone, right? They're some of the richest people in the world still, and they're freaking dead. They're not even alive. They're not even working. And it's because their music is still being played. Their books are still being sold. The services or the products that they create are still being consumed. They're making residual income, right? They're making residual income. Now, most of us, right, we ain't going to be Elvis Presley. Most of us, we ain't going to be Thomas Kincaid, the painter. Most of us, we ain't going to be, who's the lady that wrote Harry Potter? We ain't going to be her. Most of us, that just ain't going to happen. Unless you really want it to happen. For me, I don't want that, right? Maybe I'll write a book someday, maybe not. But that's not going to be me. So I had to look at opportunities on where I can create real residual income, right? So let's look at real estate, right? We have real estate's king, right? Everyone always talks about that. How to create wealth through real estate. And then let's look at network marketing, right? So many people want to get involved in real estate, but did you know that on average, it takes $1 million to generate $2,000 a month in residual income? The average $250,000 home will bring you about $500 a month in residual income. Can $500 change your life? Of course, but do you have $250,000 to play with? Probably not. In my business, I have a team. If you have a team of 75 people, right, and it's under $250 to get started, you're making $2,000 a month. So would you rather invest $250 or $250,000? So real estate's great, don't get me wrong. But network marketing is the gateway. Network marketing is that opportunity where that you can really take advantage of it, right? And help other people do the same exact thing. So let's talk about the concept of time leverage. This is really big to me. I'll tell people, yeah, I work like 1,000 hours a day. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, how you can't work 1,000 hours a day? There's only 24 hours in a day. Well, let me give you this example, right? Let's say that you worked an hour a day, right, for 5 days a week on your business, right? You're the things that you're doing outside of your 9 to 5, right? You're working full time. You're working full time on your income, part time on your fortune, right? That's 5 hours a week. What if you had 5 other people in your business who were each doing an hour a day for 5 hours a day? Now that's 25 hours a week being worked. What if you had 25 members on your team, each working 5 hours a day for 5 days, or 1 hour a day for 5 days a week? That's 125 hours. So you're getting paid on 125 hours worth of work because now you have time leverage. So you start with 5 hours a week, but you're still continuing at 5 hours a week. The only difference is as you do this for longer, your time leverage increases because more people want to do exactly what you're doing. So we have to ask yourself, is the industry worth it? Is investing the time worth it? I would say yes, not even from a financial standpoint. Like, I mean, just the personal growth. Like, when's the last time, for those of you who are not in this industry watching this Instagram live or watching the recorded video, when's the last time someone told you like to go read this book? Go buy this book, go spend your evening learning, right? Never. Here's a better question. Ask yourself this. When is the last time your group of friends, right, your circle of friends, has asked you if you're happy, or what your goals are, or what your dreams or aspirations are, or what your next move is? There's very few of you, and I'm not coming at you, I'm saying from experience, because I've spoken in front of rooms with hundreds of people, there's very few people that raise their hands. But we call that a circle of friends instead of a cage. Because we're not the average. Like, think about this. This quote is so famous and is so ass backwards. We are not the average of the 5 people that we hang around. That's just absolutely not true. You are the average of the 5 people that you put yourself around, right? So many people say, well, if you're around 5 alcoholics, you become the 6th. If you're around 5 potheads, you become the 6th. If you're around 5 bums, you become the 6th. There's parts to it, but here's where I counter it. You already drink too much, so you found a lot of people that like to drink. You smoke too much, so you found people that like to smoke. You're a bum, so you found other bums to hang out with. Right? So that you have to start questioning yourself. If my circle of friends, right, isn't asking me these questions, isn't looking how to get into the market, isn't looking how to create businesses, isn't looking how to better themselves, it would prefer to party over learning and growing, then maybe you have to question yourself, not your circle of friends. Maybe you have to question yourself. And that's a hard pill to swallow. It's a hard truth to take in. But guys, I promise, you get a book like this, you surround yourself with people that want to grow, you're going to start seeing your circle change. You're going to start seeing your outcome change. You're going to start seeing your results change. And it's not just fiscally, it's emotionally, it's spiritually, it's physically, it's everything. Right? And so and this is the number one thing people ask me, well, Tim, that sounds great and dandy, but why do people quit then? If it's so great and dandy, why do people quit? I love this question. And a lot of people quit because they don't even know why they're doing it. I tell people all the time, I'm in a trading company, right? We educate people on how to make money in the financial markets. And I tell people this all the freaking time. They're like, I forgot where I was going with this, but they're like, well, if it's so good to be true, like, why don't people keep doing it? Because it's hard. It's hard. You have to go off and you have to do the work. Right? In my company, so many people, well, hey, I don't want to tell them to go talk to someone else about it because if too many people tell them no, maybe they're going to quit. That sounds stupid. Go just tell them to quit now and go tell them to get a job. Like, if I'm only going to tell people how to create one stream of income, I don't care. If you only just invest, you're also dumb. Like, remember I was talking about the left side, you need to get out of there, right? If you only just, you're also dumb. If you just own a business and you're not investing, you're also dumb. You don't understand money. And I'm not the smartest either, right? I'm just saying it is what it is. If it burns, right? If it burns, it's probably disinfecting the truth. So if you get offended by something I say, it's probably a wound or a cut that's already there that needed to be healed, right? So don't get mad at me. Reflect on yourself. And so this is what I tell people, right? This is what I tell people. Write down why you're doing what you're doing. Why do you want to open up your own business? Why do you want to start your own nonprofit? Why do you want to do anything great? And for those who don't know how to answer that question, ask yourself this question. If you had a $10 million liquid right now, what would you do with it? And not only what would you do with it, what would you accomplish with it? What would you accomplish with it? That's how you know what your why is. That's how what you know what you want to accomplish in life. Right? I ask this question to people all the time. If everyone made $1 a day, what would you do every single day that would bring you fulfillment? That's your why. That's what you want to do with your life. Now, your business may not be that why, but is your business giving you the vehicle to get there faster? I tell people all the time, this is, you got to invest time into this. But would you rather invest 40 years and still be broke, or invest 3 to 5 and put yourself in a better opportunity and then not have to worry about the next 35 to 40 years? Right? I tell people, oh, I love my mom, man. I'm doing this for my mom. And then they quit on themselves 2 months later. You weren't doing this for your mom. Anyone that tells me they do this for their mom or their sister, or like, I'm doing this for my daughter, I'm doing this for my sister, I want to put her in school. Cool. Call her really quick. Let's talk to her. Right? And I'll tell them, hey, I want you to tell your mom that in 3 to 5 years, you're going to retire her and give her the life that she deserves. I have some affirmations on blue note cards with blue pen. Y'all should look that up, right? I am so happy and grateful now that my mom has a life of freedom and abundance, right? And I tell people to call them and tell that. So when they quit 3 months down the road because life got too hard, you now have to go call that person. Hey, mom, I'm sorry. Remember how I told you I was going to retire you in 5 years? Yeah. You're going to have to figure that one out yourself. What I was doing was too hard. You think $12 an hour is going to give you freedom? You think $12 an hour is going to help you create that nonprofit? You're tripping. You're tripping, right? And here's the thing. It's okay if it doesn't happen over time. There's a learning curve. right? It's not get rich quick. It takes time to learn. You have to learn how to listen to people. You have to learn how to present. You have to learn how to pique interest, how to handle objections, how to motivate your team, how to lead your team, how to train, how to manage your time, how to contact management, how to follow up. You have to learn how to problem solve. The list goes on. I mean, there's tons of things you got to learn, right? But you can easily cut that learning curve by plugging into the right people, plugging into these calls, getting these books, attending trainings, listening to personal development, following mentors. Just start doing what people who have what you want are doing, and you're going to start seeing that success, right? This is a 5-year plan. Guys, I was lucky. I was lucky to be able to do this full time early. You know, the cards aligned. I took massive action. My bills worked out in a certain way where I was waking enough where I wasn't worried about that, right? I was lucky. But when I first got started with this, this is a quote that really changed my life by Jim Rohn. He said, if you can survive for 5 to 10 years in this industry, you'll be wealthier than your wildest dreams. And that quote really hit me. It wasn't the 5 to 10 years. It wasn't the wealthy, the money thing, the wild, none of that hit me. It was this word, survive. If you can survive for 5 to 10 years in this industry, you'll be wealthier than your wildest dreams. And that blew me away. That literally blew me away because right in the beginning I was like, damn, so this isn't going to be easy, right? This isn't something that's going to happen overnight. But what I knew was that there was a timeline on that survival. I knew that if I could just grind it out for 5 years of my life, I could live a lifestyle of my dreams. And from that moment forward, I never gave up. I never quit. And I challenge you to do the same thing. Like I said, it doesn't have to be this industry. It doesn't have to be this company. It can be whatever you want it to be, but you have to make that decision. What am I going to survive in? Right? So, guys, I didn't go over everything in the book. We kept this training super short, like 40 minutes, super awesome. If you're doing this full time, or you're doing this part-time, or you're very interested in this industry as a whole, I challenge you to go get that book. I challenge you to go through it with me. I want you to win. Whatever company you're in, whatever business you're in, whatever you're doing with your life, I want you to win. I want you to grow. And, get GoPro as well by Eric Worre, right? Start listening to their audio, start listening to what they're saying, start finding out, okay, how did this guy, make $40 million in 20 years? How did he do it? Right. And really just apply yourself. And so, guys, I'm grateful. It's unfortunate I don't get to have as many conversations as I do with each and every single one of you, but I'm really hoping that you're looking forward to the next 9 weeks as I'm looking forward to these next 9 weeks. The next training that we're going to do is called System Driven, Community Focused. System driven, community focused. And this is really going to be a training for those people who already have businesses, for people who need to develop a system so they can create leverage income. So, guys, I appreciate you. I love you. Remember, no matter who wins tonight or tomorrow or next week or next month, because I don't know how this is going to work, you are in control of your own life. No one tells you what you can or cannot do. You make the decision. If you have problems right now, you are that problem, but the best part about it is you're also the only solution. So, guys, I love you. I appreciate you. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you guys next week.